Welcome, foolish mortals. There's no turning back now.
Welcome, 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 foolish mortals. Or should I say, welcome back, foolish mortals. As you may know, this is the Disney Life Happy Wife podcast, and I am your ghost host, Kristen. This is the podcast where I talk about all things Disney. Not just Disney travel, not just Disney news, not just Disney parks, not just Disney movies. All things Disney. If it's Disney related, then I'm going to talk about it. And you know me, or should I say you remember me, if it's a Disney life, then I'm a happy wife. So I say welcome back because why? I'm bringing you a brand new episode. This is a brand new episode. I am so thrilled to be bringing you a new episode. I can't even talk about how happy I am. I know I had wanted to bring you something sooner, but with the oldie but goodie episodes concluding, I thought I'd be able to get something to you guys over the summer. But unfortunately, with all the craziness, I was just not able to do that, which I'm sorry about that. I wanted to, but life gets in the way sometimes. As the primary caregiver parent for Emily, it's been busy around here with school and dance. And just in December, she had 1 week where she literally had nonstop dance between classes and events. And then she had her winter show. And then the holidays came. And boy, did that lead to busyness. I'm pretty sure the last week of the year, I guess we'll say, into the new year, we literally had something to do every single day. And when you're, being a mom and working, for those who don't know, besides running this amazing podcast that I love so much, I'm also an editorial intern at a publishing company, which I absolutely love. And besides doing that and being a mom, it's just a lot. So I'm definitely, in 2026, carving out the time to make sure that I bring you guys new episodes. So I'm so happy to be bringing you a brand new episode. And I think what we're going to be doing for at least for the first little bit is doing a brand new episode or an episode every couple of weeks. So one that comes out today, and then the next one will be in 2 weeks. So, and we'll do that until I can get into a good rhythm, and then we'll start doing it every week, I'm hoping. So, this episode today, brand new episode, may be a bit of a short one, but I don't really know because I may get long-winded about it. So, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Let's see how long-winded I get. So, from what I've read in the news and heard in the news about Disney, it looks like there's going to be a lot of comings and goings in 2026. Brand new things and doing away with some old things, which I know a lot of people are sad about. But that's a whole different episode because there's so much to unpack that's coming in 2026. Maybe that'll be next episode. I don't know. I'm trying to get Emily for the next episode, but we'll see. So for this episode, I just want to talk about me for 2026, what I'm involved with Disney for 2026, where my Disney reality is for 2026. So yeah. So back in June, July of 2024, Emily and I went on our very first Disney trip with her dance studio. So I'm sure a lot of you know, especially if you've been to Disney World, that they do a lot of cheer competitions, dance competitions, lots of big groups. I'm sure you've seen them with the flags and all matching t-shirts and stuff like that. Well, Emily's studio apparently goes every other year to Disney. So in 2024, we went with them and it was so much fun. And it was a really cool experience to take Emily's dance world and our Disney world, our Disney life, and to kind of combine the two of them together. It was really cool to see how that meshed and how it melded and all that kind of stuff. So it was fun. So when they talked about doing the trip this year, Emily and I looked at each other and were like, we're on board. We're definitely going again. One of the things I'm looking forward to most this year is Emily will be able to dance / march / walk, I guess, down Main Street, USA in Magic Kingdom. I can't even tell you how excited I am for that. When we went in 2024, she wasn't old enough. So unfortunately, we didn't get to see that there. But this year, it's happening. So I'm so excited about it. So she also, besides marching in a parade, she also does a performance with her studio in a backstage location at Epcot. So you have to have a ticket to be able to get in. So pretty exclusive. I'm pretty excited about that. So this is going to be our first trip in 2 years. The first time. We haven't been back to Disney since that trip. So this will be the first time in 2 years that we've been. We're both very excited about it. And we decided with this trip, you could add days on, whether it's in the beginning or in the end. We decided to add them at the end of our trip, and we're staying through July 4th. So we're excited to go and dance and have our dance life in our Disney life, but we're also excited to get some days that are just us in the parks. So that's exciting. So for today's episode, what I'm going to talk about is this trip, but I'm going to talk about what we went through in 2024. And then, so you guys kind of get the gist of what it is to kind of mesh that. In case you've ever wondered, what are these people doing? What have they gone through? All that kind of stuff. So I'll go over what we did and then kind of talk about how things are going to be a little bit different in 2026. Okay, so let's jump right in. So during 2024, we got to Disney. So let me pause there. The whole event is run by a company called Dance the World. You may have seen posts or something on Instagram or social media from Dance the World about their events. You'll see girls in like red costumes in a parade of some sort or in a performance of some sort, Dance the World. So back to what I was saying. So during our 2024 trip, Em and I got to Disney the day before all the Dance the World events started, which seemed to be the usual for others at the studio, getting there the day before. So we got there. We arrived, the day before. Some people actually did go earlier. They, like I said, it was an option that you could tack on a couple of days beforehand. So I know some people did that. Some people also did that on their own and stayed at different resorts. So we decided to do just the day before everything starts happening. And we got to our resort. We were staying at the Port Orleans Riverside Resort, which we're staying there this year as well. And we went straight from the airport to the resort. Now, Emily and I decided that we were going to take it easy for the first day. I mean, she was about to be thrown into this dance world in Disney, so we knew it was going to be a lot. So we got to our resort. We unpacked our stuff as soon as we could get into the room. We made sure everything was all set for the next morning. All of her stuff was out. And then we went swimming. We didn't even leave our resort that day, which is so nice about staying at a Disney resort because you really don't have to leave to still feel like you're in Disney World and to still have a great time. You can spend the whole day at your resort and never really feel like, oh man, I spent the whole day here and I didn't even leave. You never feel like that. So it was nice for us to just have a day where we were just hanging out and just relaxing. So that's what we did because we knew that the next morning was going to start the dance craziness. So the next morning we woke up early. And as a mom and a kid who just finished getting up early every day for school, it was maybe a week and a half since school had ended. To have to go back to waking up really early was not so fun for us. So this was so early that like the quick service at the Port Orleans Riverside Resort wasn't even open yet. So beforehand, I knew that it was going to be an early morning. So I did a grocery order from a business called Garden Grocer. Now, if you usually get groceries delivered to your Walt Disney World resort, then you probably know of Garden Grocer or you know of other services. So it's a grocery delivery service. Garden Grocer is a grocery delivery service, and it delivers to Walt Disney resorts. I'm assuming it does the same for like Universal as well. I don't know that for a fact though, so don't quote me, but I would assume, but you never know. So Garden Grocer is the only one I've ever used, and we used it way back in the day when Emily was probably like a baby, like one of her first 2 trips, I think. So I knew the name. At that point, I wasn't really looking into any other options. So if you out there know of any other grocery delivery services like Garden Grocer, that maybe their prices are better, or I don't know, their produce is better, it's better. If you know one, let me know. Send me a DM or an email and let me know what you think. So in the order that we got stuff for breakfast because I knew I was going to need an early morning breakfast. So we got cereal, some milk, juice, some fruit. I think I just got strawberries. Maybe I got strawberries and raspberries because those are Em's favorites. And then we added a few snacks for the room and a case of bottled water, which totally saved our bacon in the Disney heat. It was so convenient having all of these things in the room, which is another great reason to do an order like this. I know we're going to have to do it again this year. So while Port Orleans Riverside has a fantastic store and they carry a lot of things like, cereals and bread and all this kind of stuff, having that order, not having to worry about it, and the prices from Garden Grocer were cheaper than what you would find at the store. To me, it was just more convenient to do it this way, to do it before we left and not even have to worry about it. It was really nice. So with the early morning breakfast, I have an opinion. Okay. So with the early morning breakfasts, I personally think that Dance the World should be offering breakfast to these girls. Or boys. I don't know. I don't think any of the studios that were there when we were there in 24 had boys. But for these kids, they really should be offering breakfast. They should have, a continental breakfast there for them because they're going there to rehearse and dance for a couple hours at least. So they should also know that these resorts, their quick service doesn't open by the time these girls have to get on the bus. So if somebody from Dance the World is listening, hey, what's up? We love these events, think that they're great. But I think for the early morning events like these rehearsals, you should really be offering breakfast for these kids. Send something out, get an allergy list from studios, that kind of stuff. And really offer something for these kids. Not only does it help parents out, but I don't have to wake my kid up that much earlier to make sure she's actually awake to eat breakfast. Emily is not a morning person. So getting her to eat breakfast, oh boy, it's tricky, especially on a school day, especially when she has to be up early. It's not an easy thing to do. So if they were to have breakfast when they get there or have something when they're done rehearsing, that way the girls have time to wake up and time for their bodies to engage, and then I think it would just be better. And they could make it like a get to know you. They could interact with girls from other studios. It could be kind of like a networking thing, but for kids. I think that would be great. Studios, I know when they went to rehearsal in 24, Emily's teachers were there as well. Obviously, they weren't just the girls. It would be great, a great networking thing for other studios to be able to talk as well. It's just my opinion. It's just my idea. Dance the World, come on. Give the girls some breakfast. But, so yeah, that's my opinion on that. So after our only quote-unquote in-the-room breakfast, Em headed off to her rehearsal, and they rehearsed for the upcoming parades. And, I don't really know that much about it because parents weren't allowed to go, so I didn't get to see what happened. We got a few pictures here and there, and Dance the World posted stuff on social media, but we didn't really get to see much besides that. Em said it was a lot of fun and it was cool to see all the other studios and, what they what they had to offer and stuff like that, different dancers, who was the largest studio, who was the smallest studio, that kind of stuff. So it was a very cool experience for her, which is great. So what did I do while she was gone? So I had a couple of hours to myself, and most parents were like, okay, I'm going back to bed, or I'm going to go do this. And people are like, did you go to the parks? Well, no, I didn't really have time. She was only gone for a couple hours. So I literally just, took a walk around Port Orleans Riverside. I got myself my own breakfast, just kind of hung out and waited for her to come back and waited for the time that I had to be back to meet the bus. So it was nice. It was nice to have a little downtime and a little me time, but that was it. And I had thought about running over to French Quarter, which, if you know, the Port Orleans resorts, there's Riverside and French Quarter. And it's a short walk from Riverside. And they have the best beignets in all of Walt Disney World. And I had thought to myself, oh, maybe I'll go over and get some beignets. But then I kind of chickened out and was like, well, I don't want to miss her. I don't want to miss her getting back. So I didn't do it. But now I have said to myself, I'm doing it. It's happening. 2026, I am dropping her off at the bus, watching her get on it and watching it pull away, and immediately walking over to French Quarter. Coffee and beignets for breakfast? Heck yes. Heck yes, I'm doing that. Yes, please. So once Emily was back from her rehearsal, she got changed into, tank top and shorts and stuff. And then we headed over to Magic Kingdom. Emily didn't have any other dance obligations that day. So we went over to Magic Kingdom and we had some lunch. We rode some rides. We bought some souvenirs, and we had a chance to watch the big girls dance. Well, dance/march/walk in the parade in the Magic Kingdom down Main Street, USA. That we were standing in Main Street, USA. So we had the opportunity to watch that. And, well, it was so amazing to see. And I could tell that Emily was so excited to see some of the bigger girls at the studio. And she was waving at, she had a friend who had literally just turned 10, so she could be in the big girl parade. So she was waving at her friend, and we were standing with her friend's parents. And it was so amazing. Like, I can't even tell you. It was so great. And I guess during rehearsal, they decide who's going to lead the parade. And our studio led the parade. It was so cool. So, hey, fingers crossed and knocking on wood for that to happen for 26. But the big girls is anyone who's 10 and over. They are the ones that get to march in the Magic Kingdom. And, I had feelings about that. They did another parade for the younger girls, for the girls that were 7 to 9. I personally feel that they should all be allowed to march/dance/walk in Magic Kingdom, because that's an experience I'll never forget. But it was nice for Emily to go and sit and, well, not sit, she was standing, and watch the big girls, and she was in such admiration and in awe of them. So it was so nice to see that. And it was a lot of fun, a lot of energy. It was really great. They actually danced, I guess we'll say, to Eye to Eye from the Goofy movie. And oh my goodness, like, I was so excited when I heard it. I can't wait to know what she has for this year. But it was really cool. And it was really cool to see her friend Demi, who had just turned 10. It was great to see her in the parade, and she looked so happy. So we were actually standing with Demi's parents during that, and they were super excited. They had me take video because they wanted to jump around and be excited and all that kind of stuff. So it was really cool. And I have to say, Demi's parents are probably two of the most wonderful people that I know. After the parade was over, Em and I connected with Demi and her parents and her older sister and a bunch of the other big girls from the studio, and huge group of us. There's probably like 20, 30 people. And we're walking around Magic Kingdom, and Em was going on rides with them. She went on Space Mountain and then ended up going on Big Thunder Mountain with them. And I was fine with it. I don't ride roller coasters. So Demi's wonderful parents were with Em in line through those whole experiences. They kept their eye on her, and she was with them. She was able to go on roller coasters with Demi. And it was absolutely so wonderful that Em got to have that experience of going on roller coasters, because I don't do it. And she had friends to do it with. So it was really cool. It was great to have that. And I'm so thankful for them for keeping their eye on them. So yeah, it was a great first full day. That was our first real full day in Disney. So the next day, Emily performed in Epcot. Like I said before, it's a backstage location. It was really cool to be able to go behind the scenes a bit in a place where people don't usually get to go. So it was a ticketed event, and yeah, you had to have a ticket to be able to get backstage. It was pretty cool. And if you're ever in Epcot and you're in the World Showcase, if you're over by Canada, the big doors that they have next to Canada, where sometimes you'll see characters coming out and stuff like that, that's where we were. We were behind those doors. It was pretty cool. So I have to say that M's studio knocked it out of the park. They were absolutely amazing. Clearly the best of the whole event. I mean, I could be biased, but in my opinion, best of the whole event. The next day was Emily's parade. So all of the young girls, ages 7 to 9, had a parade in Disney Springs. It was shorter, but it was still really great. It was same choreography as the big girls, and they were just so adorable, so cute. I don't know if the big girls got to meet. There are a couple of celebrity dancers that are usually there every year, one or two. And the year in 2024, when we went, there was Daniela and Pasha from Dancing with the Stars. And Emily actually got to meet them beforehand. And she was beyond excited to meet Daniela. Like, so excited. So she told me, I didn't even get to see it, but she told me all about it. And she was beside herself. She's like, Mom, I got to meet Daniela and I got to shake her hand. And it was so great. I got to see her and Pasha and her baby. She was so cute. Their daughter was with them. It was very cute. So the girls did their parade, and unbeknownst to us, some of the big girls had actually come to support the little girls, which was so incredibly sweet. Emily's demonstrator that year, Miss Taya, was one of them. And I made sure to tell her how much it meant to the girls to have her there. And I'll never forget this. She smiled at me and she said, "There's nowhere else I'd rather be." And my heart just exploded. Like, that's the kind of love and the kind of dedication and everything that we see at Emily's studio. And those girls who are older, who know that they make such an impact on those little girls' lives. Like, amazing. Those girls, they're just amazing. So after the parade, our Dance the World duties were done. We had nothing else to do. Just enjoy our vacation. Dance the World did offer a masterclass for dancers and a gala for anyone from the studios that wanted to go. Well, Emily decided that she didn't want to do any of those, so we skipped it. For the rest of the vacation, we enjoyed all that the parks had to offer: food, rides, sights, sounds, souvenirs, you name it. It was a great trip. We had the best time. So the one goof that we made on the 4th of July, we had decided that we were going to go to see Fantasmic. Instead of going to like Magic Kingdom for fireworks or Epcot for fireworks, we were going to go to Fantasmic. And Em and I had seen it once. We absolutely loved it. So I was like, let's do it again. Well, we made the mistake of going over to Epcot real quick, because you can take a boat right over to Epcot. We took a boat over to Epcot and we decided we were going to ride the Three Caballeros. It's one of Emily's favorites because she loves Donald Duck. So we went and we rode it, and we ran as fast as possible to get back to the boat, to get back to Hollywood Studios to see Fantasmic. And we missed it. So Em and I have already talked about it. We're going to do Fantasmic again this year for the 4th. And this time, we are not going to miss it. So that's pretty much our trip. I mean, there's so much more to delve into, but that was pretty much, after we were done with all the dance things, it was just a pretty much regular trip for us. Was it hot? Yes. Hotter than we're used to, but having that to reference for this coming trip will be great. Was it busy? Yes, because it's June. So it was busy, and especially before the 4th, very busy. So, but yeah, so other than that, it was just kind of, a regular vacation. So there are going to be some slight differences in our 2026 trip, though. This time, so the last time in 2024, it was just me and Emily. When we didn't catch up with dance friends, it was just me and her. This time, I am happy to say that it's going to be a little different. So our friends / chosen family, the Grants, are coming to hang out with us for a bit while we're there. They just moved to Florida in 2025. We miss them desperately. So I'm excited to spend this time with my P. Sawyer and her family. So I'm very excited that they're going to come and spend a few days with us. And also my friend Jen is coming up from her place in Florida to meet up with us too. So she's already told me she's so excited to come to Magic Kingdom and to watch Em dance in the parade. She's very excited. So fun story about me and Jen, we actually met through social media. We met through Instagram, and then I can't remember if it was my first or second solo trip that I took. I think it was my second one. She and I met for the first time in person. And we walked around Flower and Garden together and had a great time. And we have, stayed close ever since, which is so awesome. And we don't get to spend too much time together, which stinks because, I live in Rhode Island and she lives in Florida. And it's always great when we can get together when one is in each other's state. But I can't wait. It's been a while, so I cannot wait to spend some time with her. And she's actually never met Emily. So I'm very excited for her to meet Em. And I know they're going to talk all about huskies and stuff because Jen has a couple of huskies and we had one. So I know they're going to get along great. So another difference this year is our park hopper passes. So last time we had just regular park hopper. And if you don't know, Disney park tickets, they start as a base ticket and you can add a park hopper ticket to it. So you can hop literally between the 4 parks. Well, you could even upgrade it more to hop from each parks and a water park. So this year, I'm super excited that ours includes the park hopper and the water parks. So Em and I could go from a park in the morning to the water park in the afternoon to a park in the evening. Like, we could go from Magic Kingdom to Typhoon Lagoon to Hollywood Studios, something like that, I think that's really cool. I'm really excited to see how we can take advantage of that. So we also Dance the World and their travel company, World Class Vacations, is also offering discounted tickets. I think they're discounted. I have to double check that, but I think they're discounted. Tickets to Universal for us. So Em and I are dying to see Epic Universe. I mean, I'm a big Harry Potter fan, so I can't wait to see everything they have there. And so we decided we're going to take advantage of the option to have the Universal tickets. So we're doing that. We already know some souvenirs that we want from Epic. We want wands from the wand shop in Harry Potter. We want baby dragons from the Isle of Berk, and definitely something Mario related because, I mean, come on, you can't go to, a world based around Super Mario and not get something. Maybe we'll get like Mario and Luigi hats or something. Who knows? So it's just going to be so much to see and take in and everything. I'm super excited about it. I can't wait. Em and I were also big fans. Well, her mostly. I watch and I like him too. We watch YouTube videos by a young man, I should say, named Carter Kench. He's so funny. He's probably one of the only YouTubers that she watches that I actually don't mind. And we've seen him do I think he's talked about the 4-park challenge. And I've seen other YouTubers talk about the 4-park challenge. So I said to Em, I said, we got to do it. We got to do the 4-park challenge. And she was like, really? And I'm like, yeah. So for those who don't know what the 4-park challenge is, it is a challenge to visit all 4 of the Walt Disney World parks in one day. So Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Magic Kingdom in a single day. But not just visit. You have to ride one ride, have one snack, and take a picture in front of the park icon. So like Cinderella's Castle or the Tree of Life, you know what I mean. So we're going to do that. But I thought, let's add something else. Let's throw something else into the mix. And Emma's like, oh, what? We're going to get a picture with a character from every park. So I'm sure if we can meet Donald Duck in every park, we're going to do that. But yeah, we're going to get in line to meet a character in every single park. So we have those 4 challenges in the 4-park challenge. So I'm excited to see if we can do it. I think we can. And what else is going to be different? Well, last time Emily and I, we got matching t-shirts, and a lot of them had a Taylor Swift meets Disney kind of theme. We also did a couple of Lost Bros shirts. If you know me, you know I love the Lost Bros. We did a couple of their shirts. But this year, we're deciding that we're going to do kind of a casual Disney bounding. We're going to do like partner characters. So like think besties like Minnie and Daisy, or main character and sidekick like Ariel and Flounder. For those of you who don't know what Disney bounding is, it's kind of like dressing up like a character but not in a costume. I've seen a lot of people do it real fancy, like dresses and hats and heels, and go to the nines with it. And I think that's amazing. I don't have the time or money or energy for that. So Em and I are taking it a little bit casual. Em's going to have like flowy shorts and a tank top, and I may do like some comfy, overall shorts with a t-shirt or something. We're going to do it cute but casual this time. So we have a full list of all the things we're going to do, and I think we're going to get Mickey Minnie ears for some of the outfits too. So if you know any good small shops, Etsy shops, that kind of stuff, let me know, because I'm always looking for a good deal for ears. I think ears are adorable, but they can be so expensive, and for a mom who's working on a budget, So if you know of any places, let me know. And of course, when we're there, I'm going to be posting pictures so you guys can see our adorable casual Disney bounding. So yeah, but all in all, Em and I are just looking forward to a nice vacation. Like I said, it's the first one we've had in 2 years, really. Whether it be a staycation or a getaway vacation, we really haven't done anything. So it's really nice that we get to do this. I'm so thankful that we get another time to go with M Studio, and that we actually get this time away for ourselves. So I know we both really need it. So I'm very excited and very thankful that we get to do it. Yeah. For the most part, I guess mostly, number one, I'm just looking forward to spending time with Emily in the place that we love. And not only do we get to do that, but, we get to do that with some of our friends and family who are there, who are down in Florida, but we get to do it with our dance family as well. And some of the people that are going are new people who haven't done the trip yet. So it'll be great to see. A lot of them are friends with Emily. So I'm excited to see how we can make that all work and interact. So it'll be great. I'm very excited about it. So that's it. That's it for this brand new episode of the Disney Life Happy Wife podcast. I can't tell you how excited I am that I'm bringing you this new episode. That's so cool. I'm so happy. So thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to this new episode. It means the absolute world to me. I love being able to bring my love of Disney to all of you. So knowing there are people out there listening to me, that makes it all the better. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you just want to say hi, or if you want to suggest a topic for a future episode, feel free to DM me on social media. I've got Facebook and Instagram. I do have a TikTok, but I'm not active on it. So I wouldn't suggest messaging me there. Best place to DM me is Facebook or Instagram. got pages there, and links to those are in my show notes. And you can also email me at dlhwpodcast@gmail.com. So also, wherever you listen to podcasts, we are available. I'm available wherever you listen to podcasts. So make sure you follow, subscribe, wherever you're listening. I also do have a YouTube, so my episodes will go straight to YouTube as well. You can listen there. I don't have videos yet. I think I tried to do that once. I'm not comfortable with it yet. I'm going to keep trying though. So hopefully I'll be bringing you some videos very, very soon. But I'm not quite there yet. Soon though, I hope. I'm going to, maybe I'll make it a 2026 goal to get a few, actual videos of me recording on YouTube. So yeah. Also rate and review the podcast. I love to hear what the listeners think and what they want to hear more of, what they don't want to hear more of. So yeah. So I'll be back with another brand new episode in a couple of weeks. Hopefully I'll have Em with me. I'm not sure though. If not, it'll be me talking about new stuff in Disney in 2026. Otherwise, if Emily's with me, we'll be talking about Disney stuff, whatever we want to talk about Disney-wise. So yeah, there we go. That's it for this brand new episode of the Disney Life Happy Wife podcast. I hope you have a fantastic couple of weeks, and I'll see you real soon.
Now I and a ghost will follow you home.